welcome back to Spice Cowboy. I'm Basil. I'm going to show you a whole new way to take the chili that we've created and turn it into something great. Down-home comfort food. Things that are going to make you feel good. We got the chili. We're working that up now, getting it under some good medium heat. Now that's coming up to a good temperature. We're going to take our heavy cream, dump some of that heavy cream in there. Now, my particular favorite about this, if you can't find it, I'm hoping you can, most grocery stores carry it, or markets, is Imperial cheese. Now what Imperial cheese is, strictly straight up cheddar, aged, soft. Get some of that in there. Sharper the better. You want to get that flavor, the down-home flavor in there. Okay? Now what we're going to do is let that go. Create a sauce. Now you see that's lumpy. It's okay. That's going to come down once it comes up to temp. We're going to go ahead and top this with chilies. What I got here are jalapenos. Now there's a certain way that you can go ahead and determine how hot the temperature or how hot the chili is itself. Now right here you'll see there's veins. Those veins tell me that that chili is going to have some heat. Anything without a vein, no heat. Well, I'll say there's some, but I'm going to have to burn your face off. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and process these. I want the heat, so I'm keeping it. You want to get rid of the seeds. Don't want the seeds because they're unpleasurable. Starters. We're going to just carve that out. Now, Southwest mac and cheese is something I came up with when I was in Phoenix, Arizona. I was at a friend's place, and it was time to cook. And of course, being a chef, they want you to cook, so you do just that. There was some chili, some pasta, and away I went. Now it was a Sunday, of course, so we had that natural feel of down-home comfort already, and friends. So I slapped it together pretty quick. It was really easy to do. It was one way to utilize what you had kicking around. Okay, deveined that, got rid of the seeds. Just going to give these a quick rinse. Again, you're just going to use this to garnish, top with, add a little more heat to it. So we already got heat from the chili, as we already discussed. Okay, now we're ready. Just going to slice this and dice it. Rough, doesn't matter. Again, there are no rules as long as it's not crap or garbage on a plate. The way I see it, it's food on a plate. You don't like it, don't eat it. Chances are you will, though. Now, mac and cheese, oddly enough, how old do you think that is? I mean, the recipe itself. How long do you think it's been around? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's been around since the 1700s. Who's responsible for bringing it to North America? Guess as good as mine. No, Thomas Jefferson actually brought that in. He imported macaroni and Parmesan cheese, and he actually served it at state dinners. Can you believe that? It's got to be some comfort food there, and if it's good enough for their table, it's good enough for yours. Okay, we're done with this. Let's check on our sauce. Push this aside because we're going to need that. Okay, I'm just going to grab the whisk, give this a quick whisk. Whisk all this in, get that temperature up. My trusty plate is to rest the stuff on. My cooking tools. Anyway, our pasta water is hot, so we're going to work on that as we work on this, okay? Now there's some tips here to be said about salt. You know, it causes the pasta not to stick together. Well, I don't know how much of that I believe. People dump olive oil in there. I'm putting the salt in and I'm heavily salting this pan. The reason being, I want flavor in the pasta. Okay? Heavily salt that. Now you don't have to salt this because there's enough salt in the cheese. And plus your pasta is going to soak that up like a sponge, meaning it's going to have its flavor anyway, right? Okay, so now we've got our water hot. We're going to go ahead and dump in some macaroni. You need about, I'm going to say, you're going to feed a family of 4 to 6. You definitely want to have a good 4 cups or so. Okay, we're going to put the lid back on that. Turn the baby up on high. Bring that up to temp because it's now just changed in temperature. I just added a raw material, so it brought the temperature down. So we're going to bring that back up. Most people think that chili comes from Mexico. Yes, the chili powder does, but the chili dish itself does not. Now, Christopher Columbus, when he was in the Americas, Central America, he had brought chili to Spain from Central America. Now, that's how it actually traveled through in time. Now, it's a spice route. Now, it ended up in Spain, but then it traveled further. It became one of the most sought after spices, chili itself. Okay? Because it was said to have some sort of medicinal purpose. Who knows? I know it's hot, so it's got to clean something, right? Right. Back to here for just a second. I have to stir this up. We got some reduction happening here. Nice sauce. Now, see how it's soupy? It's okay. Let it go. It's heavy cream after all. Heavy cream. What do you get from heavy cream? Butter. What do you get from the liquid? Buttermilk. Done. So I don't know why we're not making our own butter. That's a different show. Anyhow, our pasta's coming up. We want al dente on this, meaning a little bit of bone. And we're there. So let's get rid of that. Stop the cooking process right away, because you still want some bone to it, right? Like I said. Okay, let that happen. Get some of this under water, cold water. You can actually ice bath it if you want. I'm not gonna, but you can if you want. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Christopher Columbus chilies, and the most sought after was the chilies. Became the world's largest in spice trade form of currency because of its medicinal purposes. Everybody wanted it. So of course now it's traveled so far, hasn't it? From Central America all the way to China, you name it, it's been there. And it's still there today. Found in a lot of food. And as you already know, this show is about spice. History of spice. I mean, we all develop flavor from somewhere, and it came from history. That's how I see it. Okay, so we got that happening. We got this, our pasta's ready. We've got our sauce. We're gonna now start building this. This is good and hot. This is a nice thing about this. You're taking chili that you just made the day before, threw in a pot, heated it up with some cream and some imperial cheese. The chili's got all that flavor going on. Awesome, awesome flavor. I think what I want to do here, just because I'm crazy like that, is go ahead and toss in a little bit of cumin, or, you know, in certain circles, cumin. get this in here. Just sprinkle maybe a tablespoon. Not a lot, again. You're looking at dirt here, right? I mean, it's not that it's dirt, it'll end up tasting like dirt. And you don't want that. It's not very pleasurable. Okay, unless you're used to eating mud pies. Anyway, let's stir all that in there. Get that flavor happening. I mean, look how rich that looks. I mean, that's just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Release that bean and meat. Okay, I'm gonna turn that heat off. Let's get this built. We're gonna go ahead, get our baking dish, move those peppers out of the way. I managed to rub my eye brow. Well, it's burning right now. But cowboys, we can take a beating, really. Just don't beat me, because dinner sucks. I mean, tastes bad. Okay, so get some of that pasta in our dish. Don't want to overdo it. Again, keeping this still already hot enough to handle the second heat. That means dinner is going right to the table instantly. Easy. So, now, because that's hot, make sure, and it's cast iron, that you carry it over. Now let's pour that in there. Oh my gosh. Good. I want some of that. I want it all, actually. Let's get it all in there. Done. And what you can do here, hire somebody to wash your pots for you. I'm not gonna. I guess I have to do it. So, here we go. Here's what's really, really easy about this. You just stir it around, mix it all in. Still soupy. You want to see that because it's going to firm up. Pasta's going to finish cooking in the oven. Now, the next step to this, can't get any easier really. Cheese it. White cheddar. I use Irish white cheddar. Let's face it, they make good cheese. Spread that around there. Good healthy portion. Now, as you know, Thomas Jefferson went ahead and imported Parmesan cheese to create his what was called macaroni pie. And it kind of looks like that, right? I mean, really. Parmesan cheese at the stage of your sauce is too runny and you have no time and you're running really low in time. Just take some Parmesan cheese, grated, dump it in, and it'll thicken it up like that. Easy. Good little tip for you. Now I got some smoked aged white cheddar here. I want that smoky flavor because after all, it's smoking. It's all about Southwest style. Comfort. I want this to hug you as you're eating it. Okay, we're gonna get this bad boy in the oven. Get a nice crisp on it, 350 degrees. I'm gonna say about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Good to go. Again, it's still hot, so you really don't have to leave that long. Okay, we're gonna do a quick cleanup, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna go to the plate. Looks like we're ready to pull this thing out, I think. Let's have a look. It's been about 15, 20. Oh, yeah. You scored big time on that. Yum-y. All right, now we want some of these jalapenos. Sprinkle it on top. It's rough. You don't need them all, but there you go. Now we're gonna go ahead and serve this up. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some of this. Southwest macaroni and cheese. You could serve this with any chicken, roast chicken would be awesome, or just on its own. I prefer a biscuit myself. That's what we're gonna do. Look at that cheese. Crispy. Now we're gonna have a little bit of that smoke action. There we go. Mama, you gotta have some of this. Might be better than yours. This looks good. Huh? Wow. That's some heavy action right there. Thank you for joining me. This has been Spice Cowboy. Enjoy your day.